Hello, and welcome to Your Journey Yoga. I'm Cheryl. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do things a little differently today. Something that I actually do on my own, that I've taught before, and it's actually a lot of fun. It can be a little different, but very rewarding and very challenging. So I have with me just some 5-pound weights today that we're going to incorporate into our practice. You can absolutely do this without the weights. If you want to go heavier, if you want to go lighter, whatever you want to do. If this is your first time ever working with weights with yoga, I would suggest you go a little bit lighter than heavier. So it's going to be a kind of a traditional flow with a little bit of spiciness. At any point, you guys, you can forget about the weights too. But this might actually be a great thing for folks who deal with wrist issues, as far as anytime we come to tabletop or high plank, anything where you've got that real big bend in your wrist, that big flex in the wrist, can actually really help with this, because you'll have your hands on the weights, so you're going to lengthen and strengthen the forearm and the wrist as opposed to getting that bend in the wrist. So pretty cool for that as well. So we're just going to take the weights, if you have them. Put me on pause real quick, go grab them if you want. Come back, and we're going to set these weights just off to the side of our mat, so it's just barely off, so that they're not going to interfere with the movement of your feet and that kind of thing when we come into forward folds and that kind of whatnot. So yes, let's get going. So a comfortable position, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to roll those shoulders up and back and just let those shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. Let it go. If there's tension or tightness hiding anywhere, just let it leave. Close your eyes, let your arms be heavy. Let's turn the palms and face the palms to the sky. Drape the wrists over the knees, bring your index finger to touch your palm. Relax your jaw. Take slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Let go of expectations. Let yourself be present right here. Open your mind, open your heart to possibilities, to life. These big, full, deep breaths are going to fuel our body. They're going to quiet our mind. They're going to let us be present right here. And let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Little tap of the floor. Relax the weight of your head. Circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle of the arms overhead, reach it up high. Exhale and release that right hand to the floor. Left arm up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky. Both arms come up. Exhale, other side. Reach it up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, release the arms down by your sides. Sit up nice and tall, relax those shoulders, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, release the chin towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, gently take the gaze towards the sky as that head goes back. Inhale, lift the head back to neutral. Exhale, release that right ear towards the right shoulder. Now press that left palm down and away. Just a nice stretch through the neck and the shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Just breathe, close your eyes. A little push with that right palm towards the floor. Inhale, head up nice and tall, reach to the sky. One more time, exhale, hinge it forward, little tap to the floor. Release the weight of your head. Relax the weight of the upper body. Gently press your tailbone towards the mat. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Core strong, inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands, and let's come forward up to the top of our mat. And extend those arms out. So the palms, fingertips towards the top of the mat. Sit your sit bones back. to child's pose. Nice big deep breaths here. Find that breath. Now if you happen to have those weights, grab one, and we're going to place the hands so that the palm of the hand is on the weight. Other hand, hands are shoulder width apart. And we kind of get that nice long stretch as we're holding on to the weights. Maybe noticing a deeper stretch in that upper and middle back and down through the side bodies. If you don't have the weights, just place those palms to the mat, hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. If we've got those weights, hold on to them. We want to make sure that flat side of the weight is against the earth. We lift the forehead, tuck the toes, press and lift yourself up to your first downward facing dog. Now, if you've never done this with weights before, it can feel a little weird. So adjust the weights as you need to. I've got mine parallel to one another. But you can move them as you need to. Take care of your shoulders, take care of your neck. Allowing those heels to gently sink. So just notice the angle of the arms, the angle through the wrists. Notice what that does. Where do you feel it in the shoulders? Making sure that that's a good feel and not pain. We inhale it to high plank. Now as we come to plank, rather than having those fingertips or the shoulders over the fingertips, now we're just slightly shoulders just above those weights or slightly in front of. As you exhale, lift your hips back to down dog. Now you'll notice that that transition may not be as smooth as it normally is. That's fine. Inhale it back to plank. Exhale it back to down dog. We inhale it to high plank and hold plank. Core is strong. Let's open up those feet just a little bit wider than the width of your mat. So the wider the stance, the more we are modifying this. So the closer your feet are together, the more challenging this is. So you be the judge. You can always start wide and move in. You can find that mid-range so you're still on your mat or just barely off. Core is strong. We're going to lift that left hand, draw it towards the ribs, and place it back down. Right hand lifts right by the rib cage and back down. Alternating sides. Now as both hands come to the mat, you can adjust. Can you still keep those hips square as you bring the feet in? Let's do one more each side. And lift the hips to down dog. Breathe. The end of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Now we turn the weights so that the palms are facing towards the feet and relax the weight of the upper body down. Head heavy, arms are heavy, so just bend those elbows. Now we're going to release the weights and bring the hands to the elbows. A soft bend in those knees and gently sway side to side. A little arc around the legs. We come back to center. Relax the arms, take a hold of those weights. If you are taking special care of your lower back today, do not take those weights. Just let the weights remain on the mat. If the lower back feels great, slowly roll it up. Now you'll feel as the weights pull the length of the arms. That's a lot more work through the back, through the core. Big shoulder roll, up and back. Now if you want to pick up your weights, squat down, pick them up and up. We do shoulder rolls, up and back. So shrugs, up and back. 2 more times, make it big. Core strong. 1 more time. As those shoulders roll back and down, just let those arms be heavy. So if we don't have the weights, we come to our traditional mountain pose. If you've got the weights, we hold on to them, turn the palms towards the front. Shoulders are tight, glutes are tight. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. So controlling those weights rather than letting gravity take a hold. Inhaling up to monkey, little deadlift or monkey. Exhale down, turn your palms towards one another. Walk, step or hop to high plank. Now those hands are shoulder width apart. Crocodile down. We can be on our toes or our knees. Elbows right by the ribs. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping your foot through between the hands or between the weights. Back knee to the floor or knee stays off. We pull the hands into heart center. Now I like to bring my weights right next to each other and just come to almost a prayer position at heart center. We're going to inhale and we're going to extend the arms and extend the legs, pressing straight to the sky. We can do this with or without the weights. And sink. Exhale, press it up. Inhale and sink. Core staying strong. Really feel those abdominals. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, sink one more time. Press it up. And sink. Now stay low. Extend those arms. Let them come down. Soften through the shoulders. Now we're going to do some bicep curls. As you inhale, lift. So our breath is a little different. Exhale and bring it down. Inhale. So typically we would exhale on the work phase, that lifting. So sinking in, moving at the pace of your breath. One more time. Release it down, stay low. Now turn your palms to the front. Big circle of those arms all the way overhead. And exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot or weights on either side of your foot. Step it back to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Optional push up if you like. To down dog. Find your breath. And we shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back knee down if you like, otherwise knee is off. We pull those hands to heart center. Again, those weights resting right next to each other. Breathe. Core is strong. Hips are heavy coming forward, getting that long stretch through the front of that right leg. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, extend straight to the sky. Inhale and sink. Exhale, press. Inhale and sink. So you can do the same thing with that back knee down. It's just an extension of that front leg. Finding that breath. Last one. Full extension all the way up. And sink. Let those arms come down. Now we're going to rotate those palms out. Core is strong. We lift. And lower, incorporating the leg if you like. Lift. So that external rotation through the arms, hitting a different head of the bicep than our traditional front facing. We're still moving at the pace of our breath. Our core still stays strong. We find a focal point to help keep us steady. 2 more. Using that breath. Last one. We come low and stay low. Now keep those palms facing out. Big lift of those arms. All the way overhead. Pulling the hands to heart center. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Sweep it back. And extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Holding your down dog, you are welcome to grab a drink of water or inhale it to high plank. Core is strong. Breathe. Let's take it halfway down and hold. Let's tap one foot out to the side and bring it in. Other foot out to the side and bring it in. Lower down. Tap one foot and in. Other foot and in. Now slowly rise. And lift your hips to down dog. Find your breath. Slow it down. End of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands. Walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, either with or without the weights. Reverse swan dive up. And pull the hands to heart center. We bring the big toes to touch, a little space between our heels. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, shift your weight to your heels as you sit it back to chair. Find your breath. If at any point you need to put those weights down, make it happen. If you like, extend the arms, turn your palms towards the front. Now if it causes tension in your neck or your shoulders and it's not good, your lower back, pull them down or set the weights down. We inhale, and as you exhale, press to the sky. Keep the weight in the heels and sink. Now your option is to keep those arms extended to the sky, or as you inhale and sink, pull the hands down. Exhale and press. Inhale and sink. Exhale and press. So that isometric hold of the weights overhead can really add up. It all can. Weight remains in the heels. Can you still lift all 10 toes? Can you feel your bottom reaching back and down? 2 more. Last one. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center. Keep those big toes touching. Hinge it forward. A modified airplane. So with these weights, that extra load, is that right for your back? If it's not, set them down. If you like, extend those arms back. Palms face towards the floor. Lengthen and reach. Can you get those hands just a little bit higher than your hips? How about your weight? Where is it in your feet? We want to center that weight. Now we're just going to turn the palms to the sky and then back towards the floor. Keeping that 90-degree bend with the upper and lower body. Keeping those hands just above hip height. Keeping that 90-degree bend. Really working lower back, hamstrings, glutes. With this rotation, firing up triceps, biceps, lats, delts, getting that whole upper body, and for certain, the core. Turn your palms to the sky. Hold. Slowly pull the hands back to heart center. Oh, that feels good. Lengthen through the crown of the head. We rise. Bringing the hands out to shoulder height. Press it to the sky. And back to shoulder height. Now we can do this with or without weights, guys. And if you're doing it without weights, maybe incorporate those cactus arms. Breathe. Find that breath one more time. And back to shoulder height. Gently release those arms down by your sides to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey, half lift. Turn your palms towards one another. Weights down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And press it back to down dog. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the floor. We stand tall to warrior one. So again, at any point, guys, if the weights get too much, just place them down. We square our hips. We lengthen and press through that back heel. Shoulders strong. Can you feel the strength? The extra weight makes those core muscles engage even more. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. Square those hips. And exhale, sink. Breathe. We lower that right hand down, slow and steady to shoulder height. We lift that right arm back to the sky. Keeping those hips square, lower the left arm down to shoulder height. Again, we don't have to have those weights, guys. And back up. Now both arms slowly lower to shoulder height. And lift. One more time. Right hand lowers. Are those hips still square? And rise. Left hand lowers to shoulder height. And lift. Core strong. Both. Lower. And lift. Circle the arms to the back. Control that roll. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips. Sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. Now you can keep that right leg high or release it down. Holding your down dog or inhale it to high plank. Leg up or down. One push up. Again. Now if you ever need to adjust the hands, adjust them. And release. Lift your hips to down dog. We shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the floor. Pull those hands right up by your chest and then overhead. So we don't want to overload that back. Palms face towards the front. Breathe. Shoulders soft, away from the ears. Core is strong. Drawing that right hip forward. Pulling that left hip back. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. Exhale and sink. Keeping those hips square, do that once more. Straighten that front leg. Exhale and sink. Now stay low in that warrior position. And we lower that right arm out to a T. Palms still facing front. And rise just to shoulder height. Now the left arm down to shoulder height. Palms still pressing forward or facing towards the front. And lift. Now both arms. Core staying strong out to a T. And rise. Can you sink any lower in that lunge? One more time. Right arm down to shoulder height. And lift. Left arm down to shoulder height. And lift. Hips still square. Take both arms out to shoulder height. And lift. Pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Circle the arms to the back. Control that circle. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips. Sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. So again, we can keep that left leg high, or you're welcome to release it down. We inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, leg up or down. One push up. Again. Once more. And release your foot. Lift your hips to down dog. Let's just alternate bending knees. Walking it out. So just checking in. I wish I could know how you're doing. Maybe I don't want to know the thoughts in your head. Actually, I would love it. So anytime, guys, give me feedback. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Core strong, inhale up to monkey. Really important to keep those core muscles strong. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up with or without those weights. Pull the hands to heart center. Turn and face towards me, stepping back to the top of your mat. Toes turned out, core is strong. We're gonna sink into those legs, bending the knees. So you can adjust the width of your stance however you need to. We wanna make sure that those knees are not out over those toes. They are behind our toes, preferably right over your ankles. Find your breath. We're gonna inhale, and as you exhale, extend the arms to the sky, extend the legs. Come back to heart center. Exhale and press. Inhale and sink. One more time, just like that. Exhale and press. And back to sink. Now open those arms. Breathe. Those weights right by your shoulders, or those hands right by your shoulders. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press. Overhead press and sink. So a little wider stance with those hands. A little different feeling. Can you notice it? Keeping those knees out nice and wide. Exhale and press. Inhale and sink. Exhale and press. Last one, inhale and sink. One more, press up. Pull the hands to heart center. Sink into those legs. Now we're gonna go from side to side. And if you like, the weights are gonna stay at your chest. So we bend the left knee. We slide back to center and then the right knee. So you might need to adjust the width of your stance. Sliding side to side. Now if you like, as we go to the left, reach with your right hand. As you come back to center, hands to heart center. As you go to the right, reach with your left hand. Come back to center, being mindful of the back. Being mindful of the shoulders. Going side to side. You don't have to touch the floor. Just come as low as feels right to you. Let's do one more. And back to center. And rise. Extend the arms, extend the legs. Open those arms out to a T and just hold. That isometric hold. Strong through the core. Strong with those shoulders. Breathe. Now keeping those arms out to a T. Heel toe your feet in. Twice. Toes still turned out. Lift the palms to the sky. Reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center. And let's sink. Breathe, taking care of the knees. If not sinking so low is better for you, don't sink so low. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust. Now kind of just letting the weights nestle in towards the chest. Letting the shoulders relax. Find your breath. Knees drawn back. Pelvis drawn through. Those of you guys who know me know where we're headed. So I want you to really focus on keeping the bottom down. Leading with the crown of the head. We're going to slowly, and I mean slowly, rise. Leading with the crown of the head as opposed to allowing that bottom to lift. Really focusing on those legs. Extend the arms to the sky. Now circle those arms down, slow and steady. Take your time. Now turn your palms out. Lift the arms, slow and steady, core strong. Breathe. Pulling those hands back to touch and pull those hands to heart center. We sink. Breathe, very focused, very intentional, very deliberate with our movements. Back to that low frog. We're gonna do that one more time. Super slow. Extend. Reach with the crown of the head. Keep that bottom from lifting first. Full extension at the top. Reach to the sky. Now slowly turn the palms towards the front. Ever so slowly let those arms come down. Ever so slowly turn the palms to the sky. Lift. Breathe. Take your time. Slowing it down is like adding extra weight. Bringing those palms to touch, the weights to touch. Pull the hands back to heart center. Now turn towards the top of your mat. Open up those feet to just a little bit wider than hip width, just like me. Heels are on the mat, toes are off, and let's slowly sink. Breathe. Tailbone straight to the floor. Knees open out nice and wide. Release your hands to the mat, hands shoulder width apart. We're going to stay right here just for a second. Core is strong, and as you exhale, extend the legs. Let your head be heavy. As you inhale, bend the knees. Shift your weight into your heels. Just come into that nice little frog. As you exhale, extend. As you inhale, bend those knees. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, one push up. Again. Once more. Lift your hips to down dog. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the floor, windmill your arms up. To warrior two, we turn our palms to the sky. So just a nice easy grip on those weights. If you don't have the weights, no worries, guys. We sink into that warrior two lunge, pressing that outside edge of that back foot, pressing it into the mat. Breathe. As you exhale, bicep curl in. Inhale, extend it out. So we're just staying in that isometric hold for the lunge while we work those arms. Now I'm just keeping a nice light grip. You can almost see that my fingers stay extended, and I'm just kind of balancing the weight in that open palm and allowing the thumb to do the work while we draw it in. Last one. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Rotate your right toes inward. So we've created a pigeon-toed stance. Turn your left toes. So now we've switched directions on our mat and sink into that left knee. Arms are still extended. If they need a break, give them one. Core is strong. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bicep curl in. Extend it out. Find your breath. Exhale as you draw it in. Inhale, extend it out. Are those arms getting heavy? Find your breath. Work with that breath. Feel the length in your core, the strength in your core. Breathe. Two more. And last one. Extending it out. Straightening that left leg, rotating your left toes inward, release your arms. That feels nice. Give those shoulders a big roll up and back. Do that again, one more time. Breathe. Extend those arms out to a T. Let's hinge it forward, all the way over. Let's hinge it forward, all the way over. Release the arms. Relax the weight of your head. Find that breath. We're going to inhale halfway up. So our weights or our hands are just below the shoulders or the chest. Core is strong. Now we can do this a couple different ways. If we're taking care of the shoulders, those deltoids just aren't quite ready for that full extension of the arms. Our toes are still turned inward, unless that's not great for your ankles. We're going to pull that weight in towards the chest, rotate and extend it to the sky. So with or without the weight, bending the elbow, hand slides right back down the chest. Inhale, pull it up, extend it out. Bend the elbow, lower down right next to the chest. Next intensity would be to keep that arm straight. Rotate. And bring it back down. So this is a precursor, a little preview to what we'll be doing in just a moment. Keeping that core strong, so you be the judge. Do you need to pull with the elbow and extend? Or can we keep those levers long and get that full extension through the arm as you rotate? Take care of yourself. Be kind. We've got one more each side. You can alternate them. So maybe it's not great every single time with those long levers, but we can do a few. And we take it back down, relaxing the weight of the upper body. Find your breath. And let's inhale, lifting halfway up. We're going to turn those left toes towards the top of our mat, and we're going to start walking our hands with our weights or without towards that right or that left foot. Bringing one hand on either side of the foot. Lifting that back heel, we come into a runner's lunge. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, extend that front leg. Back heel down, front toes lift, square your hips, and draw your nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, square your hips, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale, lift the hips, back heel down, front toes lift, square your hips, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to your runner's lunge. And as you exhale, lift your hips, sweep that left foot back, and gently release it down to down dog. Inhaling to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog, right back to that low crocodile, and let's slowly press it up. Breathe. Lift your hips to down dog. Shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Runner's lunge, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, front toes lift, square your hips, and draw your nose towards your knee. And inhale back to runner's lunge. Exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, front toes lift, square your hips, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to runner's lunge. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale, lift the hips. Straighten that front leg, back heel down, front toes lift, nose towards your knee, or those hips square, square them up. Feel that great stretch down the back of that right leg. We inhale it back to that runner's lunge. This time as you exhale, lift your hips, sweep it back, extend right leg to the sky, and gently release it down. We inhale to high plank. Great chance to grab a drink of water, take a break, or if you like, halfway down and hold. Down and hold. Half lift and hold. All the way up and hold. Now meeting in high plank, either with those knees down or the legs long. Same that we did with those legs nice and wide. We're going to rotate to side plank, extending and reach. Slowly coming back down. Releasing the hand. Other side. Rotate and extend. Coming back down to plank. Now you can keep a longer lever and breathe. Slowly lower down. Coming back to plank. Other side. Rotate and release. One more time each side. Slowly rotate and release and rotate and release. Back to plank. Release your knees. Sit it back to child's pose. Go ahead and release your weights. Set them off to the side. That was awesome, you guys. Good job. We're getting close, my friends. We're just going to do a little bit of core work, some final stretches, and then an opportunity to just be. As you're ready, walk your hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around and slide on down to the top of your mat. If you like, grab your weights. If you're like, I'm over the weights, leave them off to the side. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Flex your feet. Core is strong. Extend the arms out. Turn your palms to the sky. Slowly, slowly, slowly begin to lower yourself down. Each vertebra touching the mat individually, one at a time. Bending the elbows, extending the fingertips to the sky, drawing one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Pressing the small of the back into the mat. We extend the arms and extend the legs. Flex your feet, reach up. Coming back to the knee bend, elbows touch the mat. Exhale, extend the arms and extend the legs. Reach up towards those toes. Inhale it back to that 90-degree bend and the elbows touch. Exhale and press. So we're going to get those shoulder blades off the mat And back to 90, back to the elbows touch. 2 more. Extend it up. Inhale it down. Extend it up. And back down. Now keeping that right knee bent, extend your left leg out. Drawing that right knee a little closer in and point your toes. We're going to reach across as though we were going to touch the weight to the right toes and come back to center. 90 degree with the legs. Now reach up. Extend the right leg. Reach with the right hand towards those left toes and back to center. Extend. Left leg, left arm. Back to center. And reach. Now you can come to a full release back before you reach up, or you can keep those shoulder blades off the mat and reach. So really working to get that rotation through the upper body to keep that 90 degree bend, to keep those knees right over the hips just as best you can, and reach. One more time each side. Reach to center. Reach to center. Release the hands, just let them rest kind of on your tummy. Just for a moment, keeping those knees right over those hips. We're still engaging the core just by having those legs lifted. Now flex your feet. Go ahead and open those arms out to a T, palms face towards the sky, and let your weights just be heavy. If you don't have those weights, just open the palms to the sky. We lower the legs to the left. As low down as you can come without touching the floor. Now come back through to center. We're going to keep that 90 degree bend. Now take it to the right. And back to center. Now if that feels pretty easy, bend the elbows, fingertips to the sky. So that extra weight holding the palms to the floor, the backs of the hands to the floor, actually is a great modification for this exercise. It really helps stabilize that upper body. Now as we lift those hands, pulling them off the mat, it makes us work a little harder. Now if you like, extend the arms, taking those knees side to side. And you'll feel how much resistance, how much work the arms were doing to help those obliques. Breathe. Now our last challenge, let's do one more to the right. And back to center. This time let's take those legs over to the left. Now extend your legs out as long as you can make them. And come back to center after you bend. Now take them to the right as far as you like and extend those legs. You feel how that wants to pull your shoulders off the mat. Bend the knees and come back to center. Now you can hold here, or let's do one more each direction. Extend those legs. Breathe. Now you can be higher and extend those legs, just not go quite so far over. Bend the knees, come back to center. Take it to the right as far as is right for you. Where you feel successful, extend the legs. Oh yeah, pulling you off. Find that breath. Let your body figure out what to do to make it work. Bend the knees. Pull it back to center. That's a good one of my favorites. Pull the hands back towards the chest. Go ahead and extend those arms down. Release your weights. Pull the knees in towards your chest. Breathe. Find your breath. We lift those feet towards the sky. Open the knees just a little bit wider than the width of your rib cage. Reach up with your hands. Take a hold of the ankles or the outside edge of your feet. Now we're going to use the strength of the arms to pull those knees towards the floor while you press your tailbone towards the floor. So this is actually a great core work. Great work for the arms and the upper and middle back. Dead bug or happy baby. Well, we get this amazing stretch through the hips and the groin. A release for that lower back. Releasing the intensity with the arms. Pull your knees in towards your chest and just gently rock side to side. We come back to center, ending with that final spinal twist. Right knee stays in, left leg extends out. Right arm out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor just as best you can. Close your eyes and breathe. Find your breath. Hopefully that was fun, something different, challenging, but not too challenging. Releasing that left hand, roll it back to center. Extend your right leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through your hip. Reach it out through those toes and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor best you can. Turn your gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes and breathe. Please feel free to share with whomever you want. Spreading the love, you guys, spreading the good energy, the positive energy. I love that you're taking time for yourself to be well, to be strong. Release that right hand, slowly roll it back to center. Extend left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip. Reach out through the toes and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Arms travel down by your sides, turn your palms to the sky. Close your eyes and just take a moment to get rid of the wiggles. To just fill your lungs with those big, full, deep breaths. To take an inventory through the body. How do you feel right here at this moment? Hopefully a heart full of joy and love. A hopeful spirit. A strong, healthy body. A calm, quiet mind. We draw one knee in towards the chest and then the other hands behind your thighs. Rock yourself up. Let's turn back to face me. Make sure your weights are out of the way. Close your eyes. Take a moment. Turn your palms to face the sky. Drape the wrists over the knees. Bring your index finger to touch your thumb. And as we bring our practice to a close today, I offer you just a few words. As always, you are welcome to let these words stay with you today or let them float on by. Be kind with your words, for they can leave a mark that you don't necessarily want to leave behind. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, pull the hands to heart center. I thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope it was wonderful, it was fun, it was different. Again, always feedback. All of the best wishes from me to you. Take care of yourselves, be well, stay healthy, stay strong, stay safe. Until the next time.